Okay, people. Today we're gonna do the attitude number. What is the attitude number? It's also the AKA sun number. And so we have 9 attitude numbers. 9 attitude numbers. Starting off from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It all has a purpose. And so I got these index cards that I'm gonna read off the attitude numbers. Like attitude number 1 is me. And how you get it, you have to add the month and the day you're born together. For example, I was born October the 9th. So you add 1 with 10 and 9 together, and you got 19. And then you add 1 plus 9 together, and you got 10. Then you break it all the way down into one single digit. And so you add 1 plus 0, and you got 1. So this is my attitude number. This is the way I carry myself when you first see me. So you can do it too. You can add the month you're born in and the day you're born on together. It don't include the year at all. And so it's also called the sun number, which is the attitude number. Just like the sun sign, this is when people first approach you and see you. This your attitude, this your mind state. And your birth number is your soul number. But today, on this video, we're going to do the attitude number. And so my attitude number, since it's 1, it says, you come off as a strong-willed, self-motivated, bold, a natural leader, determined, fun-loving, self-confidence, assertive, stylish, unique, very creative, straightforward, honest, fashionable, the center of attention, a color coordinator, a designer, charming, happy, cheerful, goal-driven, forceful, and ruthless to accomplish your objectives. You have high standards and don't care what others think. Your goals are set high. The world is your stage and playground. You are an achiever who's impulsive and take initiative. You are intelligent, competitive, a deep thinker, compassionate, a performer, an entertainer. You has a strong intuition, and you can be clairvoyant once you activate it. You are popular in some way, ambitious, you love the spotlight, imaginative, you has a high sex drive, energetic, don't give up easy, self-reliance, a planner, and love the idea of love. So this is attitude number 1. This is my attitude. And all those who have number 1, not only me, but all those who have number 1 attitude, it's you too. And so the downside, because every number got a downside. And so the downside, as you see. So the downside to the number 1, you can be arrogant, conceited, think you're all that, bossy, selfish, egotistic, cold-hearted, a bully, manipulative, stubborn, dominating, dependence on others, narrow-minded, demanding, insulting. You can assault people. You can be a sore loser as you love to win and come in first. You can be headstrong, fearful, or frightened, impatient, loud, bossy, dramatic, bragging, hot-tempered, self-importance, reckless, vain, critical, with a tendency to take undue credit, and you can cut others down to size, cold-hearted when you're hurt, and you have an uncaring attitude, a follower, weak-willed, or minded, aggressive, intolerant, controlling, and inconsiderate. So this for all those who have the attitude number 1. This is the downside of it. And if you're just catching this video, you gotta rewind it. Now we're going to the attitude number 2, or sun number 2. As you see, the sun number 2. Okay, I know it look backwards on here, but sun number 2, your attitude number 2. So if you add together, for example, you add if you're born on February the 9th, you add the month and the day you're born together, and you add 2 plus 9, you're gonna get 11. And so it's attitude number 2. So when you do attitude numbers, you don't get a double number. You only do the single numbers when you're dealing with attitude number, which means 1 through 9. And so the attitude number 2, You're the silent, observant soul, because you can be very quiet, but you also can be talkative, but that's only to those who you're comfortable with. So you the observant soul, intellectual. Also, you are deeply intuitive, a natural empath. You appear to be calm, quiet, and shy at times, friendly, pleasant, cool, easy to talk to, peace loving, diplomatic. You can be moody because you deal with emotions, sensitive, charming, and you has a caring and nurturing attitude. You have a gift to comfort to comfort people with your words, a wise counsel, or wisdom. My fault, beautiful people. You are cooperative and you can get along with anybody. You have a magnetic and humorous nature. You got cool vibes. You are picky or choosy about love, friendship, and certain things. People feel at ease and comfortable around you. You are careful and security oriented. You are a neat soul who love cleanness. You live your life through emotions. You can feel the emotions and energy of everyone around you as a psychic empath. You love knowledge, knowing things, collecting things, so you can be a hoarder. But that's on the downside. So we just talking about the positive side, the upside first. And you love the family life, the roots, your mother, a woman, the culture, the ancestors, and the home life. So balance and being a peacemaker is your attitude. And that's the key to your life, balance. And so you bring the peace to any environment. So, but what I gotta add on is that you're sensual too. Okay, on the downside, the number two, attitude number two on the downside, you are petty, small-minded, shy, weak, a hoarder, cruel, insincere, inconsiderate. You can be cold, super sensitive. You don't want to cooperate with people. You're moody, self-sacrifice. You're private. You're insecure, passive aggressive. You're lost or confused. You're fearful. You're needy. You're nervous. You worry a lot. You're traumatic. You're isolated. You're obsessive, and you're restless. You're smothering, which you like to smother your kin folks. You're tearful, which means you can be the person who cry a lot. Selfish, too easy hurt. Possessive, hold on to insults. Overpowering, pessimistic. You depend on others. You're depressed and you have breakdowns. You are emotional unstable. And this for the attitude number two. This on your downside. Now, if you missed the upside of it, you have to rewind this video after it's over. Now, attitude number three, or son number three, because it means the same thing, son and attitude number. And this your conscious or your mind. You're freedom loving, you're friendly, you're compassionate, you're big minded, you think big. Your attitude is lively, expressive, communicative, and you're a great speaker and at communicating. You are a fun loving soul, and you can tell a good story or a joke. And you can take over the spotlight. You're naturally creative, funny, you love jokes, playful, bright, you're cheerful, you're happy, you're a lucky soul, a charmer, charismatic, stylish, outgoing. You has a young soul, you're beautiful, and you may look young. You have great faith, you're very positive, strong belief, you have strong belief. You can be clairvoyant, and you have a strong intuition if activated. You have a good talk game, sense of humor, a big personality about yourself. You love to be the center of everything and not left out. You're a natural performer, entertainer, and you can be empathy. Life is a playground to you. You are a socializer, has a keen imagination, adventurous. You love to see people happy, a natural leader. You are happy yourself. You love knowledge, the truth, justice, learning. You love activities, games, and excitement. You are a multitasker, an actor, a wise soul who learns from your experience. Now, on the downside, with number three on the downside, you are the one who brag, a boastful, you're a sadist, you're fake, too superficial, a show off, jealous, a dictator attitude, unreliable, self-indulgence, you wasteful, a gambler, you're headstrong, you're blunt, you're unfaithful, you're argumentative, your mind scattered, you got a confused mind, too detached, you're a religious person. This on the downside. You reckless, you exaggerate, you go to the extreme, you're dogmatic, you obsess, you're unsatisfied, you're distracted, uncommitted, you fears responsibility, you're critical, you're unfocused, you're very talkative, and you can't keep a secret, and you can go overboard. So you fanatic, you're very moody, not determined. You spend a lot of money, and you want to be the center of attention, and you get disappointed quickly, and you're lazy. That's number 3 on the downside. Attitude number 3. We're doing attitude numbers today, and so how you get attitude number 3? Let me see what I can use for example. Okay, if you're born, I'm gonna use the month of June. If you're born June the 3rd, no, I'm saying it wrong. If you're born June the 6th, if you're born June the 6th, so you got to add the month of June with the 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12, and you add 1 plus 2, that's 3. That's how you get attitude number 3. It's adding up, simple mathematics, but you don't even include the year. Don't include the year at all to get the attitude number. And so if your attitude number 4, which is also your sun number, so the upside of you is you are unique, you solid, you're a teacher, you're disciplined, your attitude is respectful, honest, stable, forceful, serious, very curious, tenacious, trustworthy, good manners and behaviors. You are an organizer, a hard worker, determined, independent, a planner, persistent, you get things done, you're loyal, you have morals, and dedicated to doing the right thing or what's right. You are analytical, keen, intelligent, sharp, intuitive, professional in your manner or the way you act. You're mainly concerned about finances. You clean, you neat, and you dress neatly. You're at your best when you're thinking outside of the box. As innovative, you have a scientific mind and attitude. You can be a inventor. Knowledge comes to you from your experience and from deep within you. You are practical, realistic, security oriented. You love the home life and family life. You are calm and cool and eager to give practical and sound advice. As a natural teacher, you are a nurturer, a caregiver, a provider, and a healer. You are a reliable team player. You have high standards of work and duty, and you have a creative genius spirit. You are good with your hands, organizing your thoughts, your words, and life. And so, number 4 is very powerful. 4s, just like a square. But you understand that number 4 is very powerful. It means solid foundation. So them 4s can be fixed. So for them to think outside of the box. So on the downside, the number 4s, you are crude, violent, moody, harsh, a fighter, or a lot of always fighting or unorganized, destructive, suicidal, a sadist, bored, not neat. You slow to make a decision, a know-it-all. You're brutal, you're weird, you go to the screens, an outcast, charismatic, or all about that drama, an alien, you're blunt, you're unpredictable, you're uncomfortable, you're misunderstood, you're single-minded, or you're fixing your ways and thinking. You make errors, a lot of errors and mistakes, you're lonely, you're unbalanced, you're rude, you're tactless, you're uncertain, you lack confidence, and you lack heart, and you're weak. So this is on the downside of attitude number 4. Now, attitude number 5. If your attitude or sun number is number 5, you are business minded. First of all, this is what it deals with. You love change. You are the free spirit. You ask thoughtful questions. You're the multitasker. You're sensual. because you deal with the senses, and you definitely fun loving. You appear to be energetic, curious, restless, excited. You love excitement. You seek out pleasures everywhere you go. You're full of excitement, expressing yourself, connecting with people, and you are a good networker. You're outgoing, and like I say, fun loving, pleasure loving. You stay on the go or move. You are quick to get into what others are doing. You thrive off of information and knowledge or learning something new. You are a quick thinker with a highly intelligent mind, and you have an intuitive understanding of the human nature. You have a free spirit. Freedom is important to you. You are adaptable, and you can adapt in any environment. Your attitude is happy, brave, daring, and you lively or crump with a dynamite energy that loves to explore. You are a good storyteller and an entertainer. You are the life of the party with a great sense of humor. Very funny. You are good at verbal expression, reading and writing and understanding words. You could be clairaudience and have telepathy powers if activated. You could probably read somebody's mind if activated. And you love to share what you explore, and is never afraid of the unknown. You are the researcher or the hunter who boldly go where others fear to go. You have friends everywhere. This is your attitude. Now on the downside, the number 5, attitude number 5, your attitude is you careless, you inconsistent, you lack direction, you curse or speak in vulgar language, so you self-indulge, you self-indulge into relations, you self-indulge into something that's related to sex, drugs, or alcohol. You have a lack of discipline. You are definitely wild. You're nervous. You're abusive. You're irritable. You're a trickster. You could be a scammer, and you make mistakes a lot. You're sloppy. You're miserable. You're indecisive. You're miscommunicative. Might have a problem with your speech or speaking. You're confused-minded. You have rivalries. You make errors. You're high-strung. You obsess. You're restless. You're impatient. You gossip. Talk or gospel. Two-faced, manipulative. You have a duality personality and a changeable mind. You cranky. You odd. You're critical of others. Over demanding. You worry a lot, and you're not neat. You're untidy. You're dogmatic, and you're disconnected. And so this is if you got the attitude number 5. Now those who have the attitude number 6, you are wise. So number 6 deals with the nurturer. You are compassionate. Your balance is the key to your life. So balance, you highly intelligent and stylish. You come up as warm, cool, calm, easygoing, caring, loving, adaptable to any group, crowd, gathering, or environment. You are easy to talk to. You have a peace-loving spirit. You are a nurturer and caretaker, naturally. You're kind, and you greet anybody with warmth, kindness, and care. You're meditative, you're non-judgmental, you are observant, you're a great listener, you're visionary. You treat people fairly, you are beautiful, creative, and charming. You love beauty, poetry, harmony, and art. You love beautiful souls more than anything as a person who love the truth, peace, love, and justice. You are the protector of the weak. It's all about what you value. And you value your family, your friends, your community, and home life. You are an empath and can be a clairvoyant and has a strong intuition once you activate it. People comes to you for advice because you want everyone to be happy and succeed. You thrive on perfection, beauty, supporting people, helping people, giving wise advice, and you have a sense of duty as a humanitarian. You definitely are the creative artist. So you have creative powers. And this your attitude number 6. Now on the downside, let's get to the downside here of the attitude number 6. You are jealous, stubborn, the one who like the gospel or talk about people, judgmental, interfering in people's life and affairs. You suspicious, You worshiping people, places, and things. You idolizing people. You too self-righteous. You out of touch with reality. You fake and unrealistic. You have many sex affairs or love affairs. You codependent. You're sadist. You pleasure loving. You distracted. You shameless. You a narcissist. You stuck in a rut, which means you trapped in your comfort zone, and you materialistic. You say little. You're boring. You're slow moving. You're bossy, or dominating. You procrastinate, which means you put off things instead of completing your work. You cold. You're lazy. You easily influenced. You're embarrassed. You're flirtatious. You're fearful. You're insensitive. You're manipulative, and you're overbearing, and you don't care. And you can betray people. People can't trust you. And you're also shameless, like I said. And so this is on the downside of attitude number 6. Now, attitude number 7. Attitude number 7. This is the psychic energy. Let's deal with the psychic mind, the master of the mind energy. Your attitude is you are funny. You got a pure attitude. You have integrity. You can be a sage, a caring, and you definitely got a scientific mind automatically, because this is number 7. Scientific means you like to question things, you like to experiment, you like to explore. So you deal with the intellect. And so you are ambitious, persistent, determined, you're stylish, you are the professionalist. Your attitude is self-absorbed, intense, and deep in thought. You are psychic if activated. But you don't have no way around it, because you're going to somehow experience psychic energy. So you have keen insight into the human nature and see straight through someone and know what they're thinking or feeling. You are highly intuitive, cool, calm, emotional, but appear not to be emotional. You're mysterious person, because you're mystery to 2 people. You're a natural leader, original, highly intellectual, a creative genius. You question everything. You are trustworthy, very observant. Whatever you set your mind to, you can achieve. You love to learn and knowledge. You love knowledge. You have healing powers. You are a magnet and charming. You are imaginative, dreamy, caring, reliable, wise, silent, but you can be very talkative, spiritual. You love to study and learn from people, places, and things. You enjoy learning, debates, discussions, and analyzing everything. People come to you for advice because you have the solution to people's problem as a problem solver. You don't mind being alone and having fun alone. You can be the life of the party too. You are introspective, a great communicator, a natural philosopher, the truth seeker, the writer, the artist, and entertaining. And like I said, stylish. But you also can be an extrovert too. So I say an ambivert. Either way. This your attitude on the upside. Now, on the downside, you are confused, you're lost, you're thick-skinned, you're illusional, you're lazy, you have addictions, will deal with drugs, alcohols, or whatever your addiction is. You're a sadist, you're snappish, you're hot-tempered, you're escapist. You also can be violent, you're uncertain, you're a martyr, you're elusive, you're a gambler, you're submissive, you're sarcastic, you got a very sharp tongue that chop anybody down. And you can be deceitful, withdrawn from society, or isolated, a schemer, or plotter, have no faith, too critical. You can be dependent on others, too emotional, involved with the problems of others, self-pity, pleasure loving, depressed. You can lose touch with reality, too easy to hurt, very moody, over emotional, manipulative, violence, overbearing, and you use your tongue like a sword to hurt others, to hurt other people. Now, attitude number 8. Attitude number 8. You're the material manifester. You have a strong instinct for survival and financial security. You're career minded. You are the provider. Your attitude is confidence, forceful, positive, powerful, authoritative, strong, serious, disciplined, influential, and persuasive. People see you as a leader, and you're always on your toes, and people are always on their toes, concerned about the pressures that you make. So people are always watching you, because when you come out in the open, you impress people. You know what I'm saying? People are watching you. Like I got a niece. She's not an attitude 8, but she got an 8 as a life path. And people are like, wow, every time she posts something, because she come out with a new style, fashion. So people are always watching her, and they always amazed. And so you have a stock quality, attitude, and manner. You got the boss attitude, is number 8. You are cool, calm, and in control, highly intellectual, practical, determined, goal-driven, loyal, insightful, planner, organizer. You get the job done. You are a hard worker, achiever. You skilled it in leadership or executive positions. You are the boss. You are expert at handling power. You're the expert at control at when dealing with power and authority. You're good with money, and your intuition helps you make keen decisions when dealing with business and with public relations and groups. You are ambitious with a go-getter attitude. You are a problem solver, and you can be a healer. You are a risk taker, security oriented, family oriented, and you are the powerhouse of visualization and manifesting your vision. You give practical advice, and you have a need for recognition and achievement. You're business minded, and this is the attitude number 8. Now on the downside, you are greedy, intense, bossy, domineering, oppressive, scheming, material, financial, obsessed. You power hungry. You have a lack of value, a lack of judgment, material selfishness. You're not kind, and you're not giving, and you're material and emotional jealous. You hold grudges, and you could be a victim of a tragedy because somebody could rob you, stuff like that. You're fearful, a workaholic. You're boring. You have limits. You are controlling. You take losses. You're a gambler. You are a complete failure. You're distant. You're egotistic. You're very critical, and you're status seeking and unforgiving and too materialistic. Now, this is number 8 on the downside. Now we're going to the last number and founding number 9. Attitude number 9, sun number 9. And we know the last number is always the powerful number because this back every number. And so you are the spiritual warrior. Your attitude is the fun-loving, very sensual philosopher and poet who love to solve the mysteries of life. You are dreamy and you live by your intuition. Because number 9 naturally got an intuition. It ain't no ifs, ands. It ain't I have to activate it. They actually live by it, even if they know it or not. And because they read people all the time and accurate. So you're very sensitive, kind, generous. You're helpful, you're giving, and you're sacrificing for your family, your friends, humanity, and nature. You are charming with a young appearance, but have old wisdom as an old soul before your time. You are charismatic, calm, cool, caring, compassionate. You are a nurturer and nice to everyone you meet. People see you as kind-hearted and nice. You are a natural leader, a great communicator with many creative and psychic gifts. You are playful, stylish, smart, happy. You have high energy. You are a happy-go-lucky spirit. You are acceptance of people from all walks of life, and you see the good in everyone. You have an eye for beauty, and you are beautiful yourself as a creative artist and a lover of life. You're a strong fighter for injustice, a warrior who is a survivor and fighter. You love knowledge and bettering yourself as an intuitive empath who reads people's emotion, energy, and thoughts. When you pick up on their energy, you have a keen sense of humor. You love to inspire people, motivate people, and to see people happy. You are the ultimate sage. And this is the attitude number 9. Now on the downside, wow, because this is a big number now. This aggressive. You can be very aggressive, very emotional. So you are impulsive, ill-tempered, argumentative, over emotional, narrow-minded, careless. You don't care about nothing. You're all talk and no show. You're closed off, demanding, possessive, manipulative, obsessed by anything, controlling, secretive. You have explosive temper and a rage. You can be childish, restless, violent, aggressive, uncontrollable, all about conflict, fighting, holding grudges, ruthless, competitive, tactless, self-centered, impatient, forceful, jealous, rebellious against authority, or rebellious against anyone. You have a poor judge of character. You don't care about nothing. You don't care about finances, and you will spend everything, all of your money. And you don't like being told what to do. You have a warlike mentality. You are intolerant. You are dangerous. You quick temper. You're moody. You're revengeful. You're assaulting. You're critical to others. You have an animal nature, and you wild like an animal on the downside. Now, if you're not on the downside, I'm not talking to you. And all this ain't going to be you on the downside. But these some of the traits on the downside. Some people is carrying out some of these traits on the downside that you're not carrying out. You might carry out some. So let me correct this. So with this being said, numerology is accurate. And I know that it's sacred. And I didn't give you everything that it represents, but I did give you some that I've written down. And this is just the attitude number. So next gonna be the birth numbers, which is your soul number. Because the attitude number is your attitude number, the way you act. But the soul number is what you truly feel them with inside of you. So your attitude number is sort of like your mind, what you bring outward, the outward approach. But what's in you is more powerful than anything because you're gonna bring it out you. So we're gonna go to the birth numbers. The day you're born on will be the next video. Then the life path numbers, the most important number when you add up all the numbers together. So numerology is very sacred and important. So with this being said, look at Joyce Davis. You've been my fan for the longest. I love you. But I love y'all. I'm out. So I'll make the next video. I don't know when, but it'll be the birth number. Might be in a minute. I don't know. But on the downside will be the same for all the numbers. Because the number gonna always be the same. So the downside gonna be the same for all numbers. So your life path is what you're here to do and stuff like that. It's your traits and what you're here to do. Your soul numbers what's in you, your true self, the day you're born on. So it's the center. So now you get the picture. You get the mind, which is your attitude number, the conscious, the sun. Then you get the moon, so like your birth number, so like the moon. Then you get your life path number, which is the overall number. That's why it's important because all numbers add together, which creates that number. So your life path number will be your body, your mind, and your soul all put together. And this is your purpose, the purpose you should walk, basically. But see, what helps the life path is your birth number. The birth number, the day you're born on, is one of the most important numbers because it helps your attitude number and it helps your life path number. So if you got a strong, all numbers is good. So if you are on the upside of your number, you can help carry out your life path. Especially if you got a strong number like a 9, as your soul number, like I born on the 9th, or you got an 8, or you got strong numbers like that, or 4, it can help you manifest whatever you're trying to manifest. These are strong numbers. And also number 1. Because these number 1, 4, 8, and 9, the strong numbers to have as a birthday number that'll help your life path number, help you achieve it. So with this being said, as I can't let bring this light, it gets no redder than this. Ashe.